Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news.
Clink! Today is Sunday, March 3rd, and this is what happened this past week. Starting off with movie news announcements.
So, Superman Legacy gets a new title. According to James Gunn, the director of the new film, in a post on X, he's going to be dropping the Legacy subtitle and just naming the movie Superman. And for the first time in 50 years, a film is going to be named Superman. The last one took place in September. No, I don't know what month it was released, but it was released in 1978. It starred Christopher Reeves as Superman and Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. And also, there has been a new cast member that was announced. Wendell Pierce from The Wire, it might be Wendell, from The Wire, he's going to be playing Daily Planet editor-in-chief Perry White.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem will have a sequel that will release on October 9th, 2026. That was what was announced. As a reminder, in between now and then, there will be an animated series, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that will release later this year. And there's going to be a game that's based off of this version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem that will be releasing later this year as well.
Cool. And from what I remember, the animated series is supposed to take place in between the two movies. Mm-hmm. So be sure to watch it if you want to stay up to date. Yeah. And Moana's voice actress, Auli'i Carvalho, has confirmed that she's going to be reprising her role as Moana in the sequel. So not to be confused with the live action, which I was for a bit. But yes, so in the sequel to the CGI animated version, she'll be reprising her role as Moana. And that movie is going to be released November 27th of this year.
While on a press tour for Dune Part 2, Dave Bautista, who plays Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, expressed interest in playing a different role in the superhero movie. He stated that he wants to do something deeper, perhaps a villain, but before, when he stated that he was done, it was specifically that he was done playing Drax.
Cool. All right. Naked Gun fans rejoice, because it sounds like a reboot is coming our way starring Liam Neeson. It's going to be the executive producer and director will be Akiva Shagar. Yes, Akiva Shagar. And it's going to be produced by Seth MacFarlane. So, yeah.
You didn't say when it will be released.
No, I didn't. But it will be released this year. Okay.
Nope.
July. That's not 2025. Why don't you take it?
It will be released next year, July 18th, 2025.
I think maybe subconsciously I skipped it because I was having such a hard time in the run-through with that date. I think I said it wrong like 3 times. So thank you for saving me.
Tron Ares, the next installment in the Tron franchise, has revealed a first-look image. This movie will star Jared Leto, but has released other information, or has released this full cast list as well. It started production back in January and will release sometime in 2025. Tron Ares follows a highly sophisticated program, Ares, who is sent from the digital world to the real world on a dangerous mission, becoming humanity's first encounter with AI beings. Sounds a little bit like not Transformers.
Terminator. Hopefully
especially
it doesn't turn into that.
Especially when you look at the image.
Okay, yeah, I did see the image, and yeah, you know what? Yes, when I saw it, I was like, "Well, who's this?"
Is that Jared Leto? Is Jared Leto the AI?
Right.
Or is Jared Leto going to save us?
Save us from the AI. It was clearly evil. What is this? Look at it and judge for yourself. And while you're looking at images from movies, you might want to check this one out, because Tom Hardy has released a behind-the-scenes photo from the set of Venom 3. Now, we're not going to talk about what's in that image because it could possibly contain some spoilers. We'll just say this. If you're up to date with the Spider-Verse, and are interested in this image, go ahead and take a look. Or if you're just feeling adventurous and don't mind spoiling a thing or two.
And movie trailers that came out this last week. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire has released its official final trailer. It's coming out March 22nd, later on this month. TV announcements. So more cast members have been announced for The Last of Us Season 2. Danny Ramirez, known from Top Gun Maverick, will be... Oh, and the Falcon Winter Soldier will be playing Manny. Ariella Bearer from Marvel's Runaways will be playing Mel. Tati Gabrielle from Uncharted, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and the 100 is playing Nora. Yeah, that was where I knew her from.
Yeah, I was thinking, I see you added the 100.
All of these other places? She's clearly known for the 100. That's where we first saw her.
And I noticed that I didn't see the 100 in it, but then I saw her picture. And I was like, the girl from 100?
Yeah. Spencer Lord from Riverdale has been cast to play Owen.
And the Lord of the Rings of Power TV series has entered into a 3-year contract with Amazon as they begin work on season 3.
And in a press release, Disney Plus has announced that the X-Men 97 show will consist of 10 episodes. This is the most of any Marvel Studios produced season with a weekly release schedule. Other shows like that include What If, which came out with 9 episodes.
Echo, I would assume?
Echo, which came out with 5 episodes. WandaVision, which I think had less. All of it had less.
Yeah, I think they float around 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this one will have 10. It will debut with 2 episodes on March 20th. Now, there is, it's coming out next. It hasn't been released yet. It's Daredevil. Daredevil is supposedly supposed to have 18 episodes, but I don't believe that it's going to be released on a weekly basis. Either that or it's a part 1, part 2 season.
That makes sense.
And that's the reason why it doesn't count with this.
Okay. And it hasn't been released yet.
Well, this hasn't been released yet either.
I was wondering if it was like saying at the time of its release it'll have the most. Do you know when Daredevil's coming out?
After this.
Okay.
TV trailers.
Okay. One Punch Man fans. After 5 long years, we are finally getting at least a trailer for season 3 of One Punch Man. It's scheduled to arrive later on in 2024. According to that article, I didn't find a release date. I scoured it. Didn't find it. But later on this year, should be released. You can check out that trailer if you're interested in it. And if you want to get caught up or get refreshed on what happened in seasons 1 and 2, you can check that out on Hulu or Crunchyroll.
I remember that was a show that I tried it twice. Didn't like it. Third time was a charm.
Skipping the first episode was a charm. I think I know that's what we ended up having to do. We tried the first episode, like twice, at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Second episode on.
It's the concept that was like, there's a whole season of this.
Yeah.
What am I looking forward to? All right. Event news. So a rare proof copy of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which was originally purchased at a thrift store for about 50 cents, has sold for $13,900 in an auction. It was sold in Europe, so I think it was in euros, and that's how it converts to American dollars. But it was the person who purchased it, who has remained anonymous, said that they were just going to a thrift store and they used to like to treat themselves on Saturday. They weren't making very much money at that time. And well, now they have a lot of money, but they go to thrift stores and kind of give themselves a treat by buying books. And so this was originally like a part of a deal. They didn't even want this book. They wanted 2 other books. So going from 50 cents to $13,900 is pretty big jump.
Pretty good
They
investment.
decided to sell it, like they had it for a while, and they decided to sell it when they saw online that it could be worth some money. And it was.
Imagine that.
Now everyone's going to be going to Goodwill.
Right.
Scouring for books. Also, it was unique because the author of it is J.A. Rowling instead of J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Game news announcements.
EA Games is laying off 5% of its staff, around 670 people. They mentioned that they'll be moving away from some IPs or intellectual properties in order to focus on their biggest opportunities. So, I guess to kind of put that in perspective, they work with companies or IPs like Star Wars and the NFL, but it's not clear whether those relationships will be impacted. So we're not sure which games or IPs are going to be dropped. Those are a couple that they work with, though.
Do you know if EA Games did the last Star Wars movie that came out?
Game?
Mm-hmm. Game.
I don't know. But I can find out.
If they didn't, I'm wondering if Star Wars is going to be who they drop. Because I don't remember who did the, what's his name?
Cal Kestis?
Cal Kestis.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know.
I thought it was somebody else.
In my head, I'm thinking EA
Bethesda?
Games, but I'm also thinking Activision.
Oh, Activision.
Now, I know we own the first one. Mm-hmm. So I could look at that one.
It's by the same person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Or it's from the same company.
I'm going to find out. Keep going.
All right. So in more layoff news, Sony has announced that they are reducing their staff by 8% or about 900 people. The studios that will be affected by this reduction in staff is going to be Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla, Fire Sprite, and PlayStation's London studio. In-development games have also, well, not all in-development games, some in-development games have also been canceled. And there's one that we're going to announce later on that is in the rumor mill that may also be affected by this. PlayStation has stated to its audiences that the reduction in staff is to ensure that they can continue to bring the best gaming experiences to their audiences.
It was EA Games.
Oh, it was EA Games, so it might not be Star Wars because that one's making the money.
Yeah. And the NFL game, I assume, is Madden. Which I don't know when the last Madden came out. But there we go. Okay. Speaking of making money, the Capcom Cup has awarded its first, but not last, apparently, $1 million prize for Street Fighter Tournament winner. The Capcom Cup took place in at the Avalon in Hollywood, and it took place over 9 days. The cup was won by the unsponsored competitor known as Uma from Taiwan. And unsponsored meaning that they paid for their entire trip to the tournament out of their own pocket. And they ended up winning the $1 million prize. So, pretty cool.
So in case you missed it, Magic the Gathering Assassin's Creed cards will be available for pre-order. Well, we announced, I think, last week that Assassin's Creed is coming to Magic the Gathering, but those cards are now in pre-order.
Cool. All right. In an effort to reduce Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks and to increase productivity, Rockstar Games has asked employees to return to the office by April. So apparently the game is entering in the final stages of development. So I guess makes sense. They want to tighten things up, bring everybody back to the office. I'm sure they're not happy about it. But
yeah, there was another company that did this as well. I think it was Ubisoft Games, maybe, that the employees were pretty upset because I think they were promised that they could work from home or work remotely, and then the company suddenly changed. But it's like, if we could just, well, yeah, there have been a lot of leaks lately, especially with Grand Theft Auto, because the trailer was released a day early because of a leak. Information about the game, I think, was released early, and then Rockstar has just had other issues with breaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yep. New Barbie mobile game is coming this year. Mattel has partnered with Rollick to produce the game, but there's no more information or no additional information as far as what the game is going to be about, the title, or the launch date. Gaming trailers.
So we hinted at this earlier. Terminator Survivors is the name of the game, and an early access release date trailer has been, released. The game's coming out October 24th this year, and it's going to follow a group of, basically you control a group of Judgment Day survivors in the game. So I saw some of the trailer. You actually watched the trailer. I looked over.
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Seems interesting. Seems cool. But that's going to be coming to PS5 and Xbox Series XS.
And possibly some other things.
Yeah.
I think it was Steam, and then that was where I got confused because I still don't know what Steam is. If you play games on Steam or you play games on your PC and then you can do it through Steam, I don't know. But then I just stopped writing.
I get that.
Rumor mill. So one of the games that was, and these are all rumors, one of the games that was canceled when we announced that PlayStation canceled some in-development games, one of the games that was possibly canceled, that was possibly in development, was a Twisted Metal live service co-op game. It was reportedly in early development at Firesprite.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor.
And we'll continue with the rumors. So the new Star Wars movie that's going to be focusing on Rey is apparently reportedly not going to be called Star Wars A New Beginning. So, okay, stick with me here. According to the editor of Cinelinx, which is a website that reports on geek culture, geek news, and things like that, according to them, their sources at Lucasfilm confirmed that the working title for the new Star Wars movie will be Star Wars New Jedi Order. And once again, that's the working title, which those may or may not stay with the film until the release date, but that is, according to them, according to their sources, the working title.
More rumors. Apple is reportedly canceling its electric car project that it has apparently been working on for the past decade. Apple notified nearly 2,000 employees of this cancellation. Some of that team will be moved to work on Apple's AI division.
Cool.
And more rumors.
Yep, we are chock full of rumors today. So, Ahmed Best, who is known for playing Jar Jar Binks in the Star Wars prequels, has teased his possible return to the Star Wars universe, possibly through Activision, maybe? So this is what happened. Ahmed posted an image of him in a motion capture suit with the caption, "Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back." And he also added a bunch of hashtags, which didn't really clear up anything, but here are the hashtags. Hashtag motion capture, Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, Activision, Jedi, Sith Lord, and Kalaran Beck. So all of those hashtags, except maybe the Activision one, refer to past roles that Best has played in the Star Wars universe. So we will see.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake developer Saber Interactive has left its parent company, Embracer, in order to become a privately owned company. Again, this is rumor. Saber Interactive is also working on, this is not rumor, is also working on Warhammer 4000 Space Marine 2, which is set to come out this September. Movies coming out this week. starting yesterday, March 2nd, to Friday, March 8th. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which came out yesterday on Hulu.
And Five Nights at Freddy's came to Amazon Plus, or will be coming to Amazon Plus on March 5th.
Crazy Rich Asians will be coming to Peacock on March 6th.
And the Divergent film will come to Amazon Prime on March 7th.
And the Cinderella 2015 live action remake will be coming to Disney Plus on March 8th.
And there aren't going to be any TV shows, well, that we
Care
thought to
about.
report on coming out this week, so you can get caught up on some other TV shows. But this has been your weekly dose of nerd news.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And join us next week for more nerdiness.
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Jason. Thanks for watching.
Clink.
Clink.